Well, today's project, I know there's a new toy in the barn. I gotta put my snowplow away. It snowed a couple days ago. I don't like to leave my snowplow hooked up because it just gets in the way when you're driving around, and I swear I'm gonna run into a car or something. So we gotta unhook the plow, put it in the barn here, and then I'm gonna go look at those 80-pound washers I got up in that other building. I wanna see what the bearings look like because I've never changed them before. So this is gonna be a fun time because I have no idea what I'm in for. And that's kind of how I operate. I just go right into it. So let's get this thing in here and unhooked, and let's get to that project. Now I gotta remember how to do this because I screw this up every time. You always have to have this plow in float to unhook it or to hook it up. And I swear every time I do this I forget. And I gotta go get the jack stand for it. Oh, my arm. My poor jack stand has been beat up over the years. The only thing about the snow dog you gotta watch is how you hook your jack stand up. Pull the front pins out. I gotta fix some of this because I bought off a guy that really didn't take very good care of it. And he let the jack stand underneath here fall apart, and so it doesn't rest on it all the time because he got to where he wasn't paying attention to how to do this. Now all we gotta do is unplug it and back out. All right. That's how simple it is. You just unhook it and back right out. I mean, it's actually a great plow. People give them a hard time, but I like it for what little I paid for it. So now we just got to go look at that 80-pounder. Well, I have never, I'm going to tell you right now, I've never pulled this one 80-pounder apart, so this is going to be new. I need to right, let's see how bad this is gonna be. Oh, we forgot one. Oh, take this cover off. Look at the size of that. Wow. I'm going to show you how big this is. This is insane. I have not had one of these apart yet. There's actually grease fittings, so I wonder if somebody just didn't grease them. But it's got a double belt. It's some kind of sensor up there that I could screw up real easy. I don't know what that is. Look at this. Looks like we got 3 bolts here to take off this plate. Then we got to get this off, this cast iron pulley. It's got a housing there for a bearing. Then it looks like it has a sleeve and another bearing. Wow. This looks like it's going to be a fun time. Woo-wee. I installed one of these on one laundromat, but I never had the privilege of having to do any bearings to it. So this is going to be a fun project. So I'm going to come back here later and start removing this. Get a puller, pull this off, get the belts off. I mean, look at this motor. Look at that thing. That's pretty massive for a washer. Man. Okay, this is going to be a fun time. Wow. I know the bearings are bad in it, but I don't hear it. Yeah, I don't hear it. Oh well. Well, we'll be back. Now, a lot of you are thinking, you're like, this is some horrible camera. It is some horrible camera work. I'm in a 100-year-old house and there's no lighting, folks. And I'm doing the best I can on this one. Just trying to put this gas line in. Yeah, that was easier than I thought. Like a frickin'... Oh, nope, doesn't even reach outside now. Well, I'd be damned. Okay. Not enough pipe. You guys are all dirty. I gotta clean you off here. Hang on. Whew. Zoom you out too. Clean that off. Whew. Well, this is the basement of the 100-year-old house that's on the farm that I bought. And it actually happens to have a really nice furnace, which is crazy. It's a Rude. You can make it out a little bit. It's actually a nice furnace. I want to say it's probably only 3 or 4 years old, maybe 5. They must have had some kind of deal that they put this in. It gets off the ground, which is good. But what I got to do is I got to replace this compression line. Just runs out there into space. I'm going to hard pipe it. That's what I'm tucking up in here. I'm going to make an elbow T, come down and tie into this. And then out there is where it'll go out to the propane tank. It's a lot of fun. So we got 1/2 inch here. And we got special pipe dope for gas. And now you see this copper line hanging behind me. I got to cut it outside and then yank out the inside real quick. But we just want to keep these threads clean and coated good so there aren't any leaks. Now I know what I'm going to get from the YouTube community. You're not licensed. That's very true. I'm working on my own house. It's not a rental, so I can actually do this in my area. And the other thing is the gas company, propane company, for free will come in and test all this. So, yeah, And I don't live in California. If you live in California, you can't touch your own light switch without help from a friend, without help from a licensed electrician. So I'm not in California, and I'm definitely not in New York. And I hate this copper pipe poking me. Now you might see the light. No, it's not the second coming of Christ. Like I said, the lighting's horrible in here, and if I don't leave it on, you're not going to see anything. So my plan is to put an elbow on here, head this way, and have a T. I'm short a couple pieces of pipe because no matter how many times you measure this, until you start really doing it, that's when you figure out what you need. That's why the professionals will thread their pipe on the job, because they can make whatever size they need. Now, my dad was a plumber, and I used to have those tools. I said to myself, I'll never use these. And you know what? I got rid of them. Isn't that funny? Funny how you need stuff, and then you get rid of it, and then you go, man, I could reuse that right now. I could make my own pipe. Well, such is life. See if I can get that light out of your eyes. Now I got that done. Kind of see how this is going to work. You got the elbow, and then the T. It's just going to come straight down and elbow over. And we're running out of pipes. I don't think that one's going to be what we want. Well, that's all we got for today's episode, folks. Hopefully we can get back here and get some lights installed, get the flooring ripped up, and start getting that cleaned up and prepped up for windows. And that's the next plan. So till next time, take it easy.